All right, guys, so getting right into it, today we have Adam's Rubber Matte and Liner Protectant. I'm going to be trying this out on a couple of the wife's all-weather floor mats from her vehicle. We'll clean them up, we'll apply the protectant, and then we'll see how it works. Okay, so for the first application method, we're going to do this dry. Obviously, before we put it on, we're going to clean it. So I just have my water hose. Rinse it down. And then for the actual cleaning, I'm going to be using Jack's Wax's Super Citrus. Citrus-based degreaser. Good stuff. You can use it on your tires, wheels, engine bays, and obviously anywhere you would use a regular degreaser. So let me go ahead and clean this real quick. All right, so now I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll come back to this one. All right, while that other mat's drying, we'll go ahead and clean this mat, and then we'll go on using the wet application method. So all right, for the wet method, it says to go ahead and, while your mat is still wet from being rinsed off, just kind of spray it all over. It smells pretty good. Not really sure what that scent is, but you can see it's got this kind of milky look to it. It says it's supposed to kind of dry on clear after it starts to cure. So I'll put this off to the side. I'll let this dry while the other one's drying, and then we'll come back. Now that the first mat is dry, I'm going to try to just pretty much just coat this half of it, and then we'll come back and see the difference between it, check it for its non-slip and everything else. So now for the dry application, all we're going to do is just spray a little bit on. Then it says go ahead and use a brush to try to kind of work it in to all of those creases and corners. Obviously, you want to make sure you get around the edges. And then it says let dry 3 to 5 minutes. It'll kind of stay this milky color until it is cured onto the mat, and at that point it'll be clear. Then we'll come back and we'll knock it down with a rag, and hopefully it'll just be like a nice new deep looking kind of matte sheen to it that's non-slippery. All right, well, naturally, as I was waiting for these to finish drying, it started to rain outside, so brought them inside and I figured we'd do a little update. It's probably been about 5 or 6 minutes since I got finished with the dry application. It's been closer to 10 minutes since I did the wet. So obviously, this would probably be one of the first things you're going to want to do while you're washing your vehicle if you plan on doing this, so that way you can spend that whole time drying. There's definitely some sheen added to it. Hopefully it is not slippery. That's kind of the goal of this. I usually don't like to put dressings on the mats because of that reason. Obviously, you don't want something that you're stepping on all the time to potentially be dangerous or just kind of annoying and uncomfortable. All right, now that all the mass majority of the product has dried in, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna come back with my microfiber and get any of the stuff that's kind of pulled up around the edges, and then maybe just take a little bit of the sheen down. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. It's not crazy dramatic, especially after you rag it down with the towel a little bit, but this left side is a little bit darker. with just the glove touching it, I can feel a physical difference. Hopefully it's not slickness. All right, so now I have the mat with the wet application. Yeah, it looks good. One thing that is kind of annoying though is you do have to get into all of these crevices and areas, because if you don't, I kind of left a little bit here to show you. You can get kind of these, you can kind of see it in between the treasures there. It can get a little shiny, so if you are going to knock it back, you're going to have to do it to the entire thing, and it's going to take a little bit of time to make sure you get it even coverage. But when you do get it knocked back, I think it is a great looking product, so that in my books is a win. All right, so we're getting super scientific for the water test. What I'm going to do is step in this water with my Crocs. Yes, that is Crocs and socks, leave me alone. Don't worry, I got these boys in they're only in 2-wheel drive right now, so we're good. But I'm going to step in the water, and then I'll step on the mat, and then we'll see how it is. All right, so we're getting super scientific for the water test. What I'm going to do is step in this water with my Crocs. Yes, that is Crocs and socks, leave me alone. Don't worry, I got these boys in they're only in 2-wheel drive right now, so we're good. But I'm going to step in the water, and then I'll step on the mat, and then we'll see how it is. Oh wow, yeah, that is definitely not slippery at all. So hey, good job, Adams. Definitely gonna be adding this product into my arsenal. I finally have something that I can put on the mats instead of just leaving them bare after I clean them. So awesome. All right, so there it is, and overall good job, good product from Adams. Definitely something I'm going to keep in my detailing arsenal for future details. But yeah, if you guys liked, please like the video, subscribe, and then stick around for the next videos.